Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see here, then please give us a like and subscribe. Do all sorts of bike builds and mainly my R6 really, under the cover here. So today's episode is getting these wheels sorted finally, so let's roll the tape and get into it. Right, so these wheels over here, they've been a bane of my life for months and months, pretty much since I started this build. Cut a long story short, they've had quite a lot of coats of paint over the years, and you know, it's getting to the point where now I just can't. Last time I had them actually professionally painted as well, so yeah, they're just getting built up, too much paint, and so I thought I'd decide to strip them bare metal. Easiest way to do that, paint stripper. I bought some cheap paint stripper on eBay. Didn't touch it, literally did not touch it. I might as well put water on it. So I bit the bullet and went and bought the old Nitramores, a couple of bottles of that, sort of 45 quid later. And it turned it to this. Look. All this, look. See, it completely destroyed the paint. Lovely. I did peel my stickers off. I must have missed one side of one wheel, but I did peel all the stickers off the rest of the sides because it took me forever, and they were lacquered in as well. So anyway, it completely destroyed the paint. Started scraping it off, but it was just like a gooey mess. I don't know whether it reacted with the old stuff, the other cheap stuff I put on, or because there were so many thick layers of paint on there. I don't know, but either way, the bike can't move anywhere without its wheels, and I really worry about it sitting here on its paddock stands like this with no wheels on it. You know, I know it's fairly secure, it's not going anywhere, but you know, I still worry about it. I want it to have some wheels on it, so yeah, so I couldn't bend my wrist there. I was like, trying to look around to the camera. So yeah, got me one of these. I shouldn't have done that actually. I could have just fucking put a load of wire in my eyes. This one I have been using as well. I've just started to give it a little test out to see if it, you know, they are a brass brush. Where's the box? Where's the box? Here's the box. Brass bristle brush. I did order the cup one like that. Oh, hang on, that might not work. Like that, but the brass version, yeah, it's like this. But what I got was the sort of disc type version. I mean, they're slightly cupped, but not much. So yeah, but either way, I thought I'd give them a go, and I've done all of this so far, which is the first part of the time lapse you'll see in a minute when we get going. For how long for, I don't know, but basically the first part of the time lapse is me doing this bit of the wheel. I'm going to continue on with that in a bit. It's actually got a little bit, not late, but it's late enough to not annoy your neighbours with a corded high speed angle grinder with a wire wheel. These things are so fucking dangerous. Like, you know, I'm here like I haven't got any goggles here, but I'll do a bit of reselling, as I may have mentioned before, and I've got a load of sunglasses at the moment, so on with the Oakleys, and up like this, and then pretty much like this, right, and we're like this, and we're going away, right, you'll see him in the time lapse as well, like, you know, and I'm still getting shot with these bits of wire that fly out. I keep finding them embedded in me, so I'm throwing them up on my toolbox as I do it, because obviously I have the dogs walk around here, and I don't want them to get them in their feet or anything. I'm gonna have to ban the dogs from in here until I've gone through the carpet a bit. But yeah, look. I don't know if that's gonna focus. I can't see my screen on this old camera, but yeah, tiny little weedy wires keep hitting me in the hand. I've got a couple of little cuts already, and yeah, I'm finding a few in my top. But there's no way of using one of these wire wheels on an angle grinder without getting some sort of puncture wound or a bit of wire stuck somewhere that you're gonna find later. So that's why it's my last resort, really. But anyway, enough of the waffle, Johnny boy. Let us get on to stripping the rest of these wheels. Got two to do here. Done half of one already. Well, no, I've done one side of one already. It's just a little patch up here I've got to do. And then let's get this paint off, finally. And some etch primer to go on. Paint, stickers, which I'll show you later. And then lacquer. Then tyres. Brake discs, put them on the wheels. Put them on the bike, sorry. Well, hey, great. Might need a sprocket in there too. But yeah, let's get on with it. Right, I keep getting stabbed in the hands, so I've donned the old safety gloves to carry on. So let's carry on. Etch primer is what we're going to be using. These wheels have been bare metalled, as you've seen in the previous clip. This is quite far on from the clip of where I'm stripping the paint down due to work commitments and stuff, so forgive me, I have kind of forgotten what I last did on this, but as far as I'm aware, I stripped them back to bare metal and they were ready for going and getting painted, which is where we're at now. So I'm here after work, after hours, just giving these wheels a lick of some etch primer. Next stage will be white, quite a few coats of white to cover up this nice dark grey, and then stickers, then lacquer, then tyres, then on the bike. So, well, hey. So there we go, all white, finally white. After months and months of sorting these wheels out, they are finally in colour. It's a little bit cold in here tonight, and also the paint's a bit watery, so I've got a couple of runs, but nothing major. Nothing I'm really going to worry about. They're wheels at the end of the day, and I do these every year. So, you know, just because they're white, so by the time the riding season's over, despite decent maintenance and cleaning and stuff, they still look crap. Like after a year or so. So I do this every year. I never go back to bare metal. So next year these will just be painted, you know, flatted back and painted over. But yeah, do for the season. Right, I'm going to let them dry off over the weekend, because it's Friday now. Let them dry off over the weekend, and we'll stick some stickers on, and we'll get them all lacquered up. Then I'm going to change all the bearings, get them out of there, get my discs on, get my sprockets on, get them on the bike, obviously with tyres as well. Right, so there we are, guys. Wheels are finally finished. They've come out really well. I did have my painter colleague mate go just blast over them in a bit of 2K white because he was painting a van at the time, because they were a little bit blotchy once they dried out. Stickers have then gone on, as you've just seen, and then lacquered over. They're not perfect by any means, but they are very, very good. So they're just how I like them, all tarty and stick it up. Some people don't like it, but I do, and it's my bike, so screw the haters. If you go through your life caring what people think, then you won't get very far. You won't be very happy anyway. So the next stage, bearings. Got some new bearings. Got the rear bearing kit. Got a front bearing kit. I've got this is the sprocket carrier, all cleaned up and painted already. A little bit dusty because it's been sitting around for ages. Got a new bearing for that. This is the old one. It's only a couple of years old, but it's a bit ranky and manky and been sitting around the workshop and getting covered in dust and all sorts. So I'm gonna replace that. So it's only like 8 quid or so. Got brand new disc bolts. Yeah, set of those. So my lovely EBC discs can go on. These need a bit of a wire wall treatment to clean them up before they go on. Got some brand new sprocket nuts as well. The Renthal, where is it? Renthal sprocket will be going on that. I will be lock wiring it all as well. I know it's not necessary on a road bike, but as you can tell from my wheels, I'm a massive tart, so I'm going to be doing that. I've got some Pirelli P0 Rosso tyres to go on, so the next stage, just wait for these wheels to sort of harden off. They are pretty good already. I mean, you know, it's fully dry. These were painted and lacquered 2 days ago now, so but the longer you leave it, the better. So I'm going to get the tyres on there in the next few days. Work commitments. I mean, the race season has just started at work, so it's all hands on deck at work at the moment. So this has been a whole long process. You know, everything of my own personal things has been taken a back burner. We were doing early mornings and late evenings at work and stuff just to get all the cars ready. So that is it with those wheels. Next on tyres, then we do the bearings, get them built up. So let's crack on with that, shall we, and get this video sorted. Right, so here we are. We have tyres now fitted. Set of Pirelli P0 Rossos. Nice fresh rubber on there. It was a bit of a bastard to fit, and I wasn't able to film it being done either. So there is that. I've got my 90-degree valves on as well. All surfaces cleaned up from paint, and next stage is fit some bearings. So I'm going to set you up, and we're going to get on with that. Beating those out of there. Wasn't too bad to do actually. What you want to do is get one of the old bearings. So these are really all stiff and horrible. I know I just have beating on them, but yeah, they are years and years old. I've never replaced them before, so it's about right time they were done. Get the old bearing, place her on there. Make sure she's nice and level. Sorry for anyone listening on earphones. Try not to hit your fingers. It'll go in slowly. And once that's all the way in, don't go in too far with this bearing because it will start to get stuck like that. You don't want that bearing getting stuck in there. So then I have a cut off cheap 3/8 extension which I keep with a sharp edge so I can get onto that inner outer collar. You just want to work it around. Or alternatively you can find a socket that's slightly smaller. Oh, look at that, I grabbed the perfect one straight away. That was not staged. Drive it the rest of the way in until you hear it. You'll hear the note change when it's gone home. Now the most important bit is do not forget your tube. Otherwise you will be screwed. And it's just knocking in the other bearing, putting on the seals, and that's the front one done. Right, so there we have it, all done, all ready. Minimal damage during fitment of bearings and tyres, so we're looking good. So all we got to do now is assemble the discs. I've got a new bearing in here as well with the seal. Yeah, new seals in. No seal on this side obviously because that sits on there, but we do have a seal on the other side. So now it's just a case of discs on, sprocket on the carrier, cush drives in, and I think we'll finish this video off by getting them fitted. So exciting times. So alright, so first things first, I'm going to get this sprocket on with our nice new nuts. These are Pro Bolt ones, so quite expensive aluminium nut with the lock wire holes drilled and also a helicoil fitted, steel helicoil. So let's get these new shiny bits all together. Right, so lock wire fitted with a tool like this. Here is some lock wire. Now this is completely unnecessary for a road bike, but we're going to do it anyway. One, because we've got the holes, and two, it does look kind of pretty. So, and as we've established before, I'm a massive tart when it comes to the bike. So what we want to do is we want to join each nut to the next one. We want to do it in a way that kind of stops the bolt or stops the nut from backing up and loosening. If you were doing this on a race bike, you would literally just run a bead of wire around them and be done with it, but we're going to do it in a pretty fashion. So what we've got to do is we've got to link these two nuts together at a time, and we've got to do it in the sense of where it's not pulling the nut. So you want to be coming from the bottom of this one, I believe, up to the top of this one. So if it's going to pull it, Just going to pull it tight. Either way, they're all tight, they're not going to move anyway, and the lock wire will ensure that they don't move. That's the idea of it. And you want to thread your bit of wire through. I'll get it about halfway. I'll pull it tight, tight-ish, and you want to measure roughly to where you need to be. Because if you just clamp up here, it's going to start twisting the whole lot, and then when you get to here, you won't be able to attach it to what you want to attach it to because it'll be twisted. So that's going there. Let's just make sure that nut's nice and tight as well. So that's going about there, and you want to grip both bits of wire, and then these have got a locking tab at the back, so you lock that, and then it's holding it tight. You see here, this section is a twister, so what you do is you pull on it and it'll twist the whole set of pliers. Alright, ratchet it back in, just keep doing that, and what you'll do is you'll wind this bit of wire tighter and tighter. Just like that. Release. And you want to thread your bit of wire through the next bolt, nut. Pull it through. And you want to do the same again. Just grab all the two pieces of wire fairly close because you're going to be cutting this bit short. Lock your pliers up. Spin it on nice and tight. And don't cut it off too close because obviously you want the coils to hold. So I'm going to cut it off with a few coils. And that's it. So now we just got to do the rest of it and we can fit it. Oh my god, they're done. Look at them. Finally, after months and months, they're finally done. My wheels are ready to go on. So, to be honest, I think it rude not to finish this video off by putting them on the bike. Right, there we have it. Wheels are finally on after months and months. So now already feeling a little bit better about the bike, because you know, if it was to fall off, it's not going to come crashing down to the floor. It's just kind of sort of going to come crashing down to the floor. So yeah, happy with that. Still need a bit of a clean up, need to bleed my brakes and, you know, torque the nuts and stuff up properly. Need to add the rear caliper. I was going to do it as part of fitting the wheels, but I've realised that I can't find the pins for the brake pads. So it's fairly late now, can't be bothered to do that, so I'm going to leave it here. Wheels are on, wheels are complete. So that's that for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. So like and subscribe if you like to see more of this sort of content, and the next video is going to be out pretty soon after this one, because I'm currently editing at the moment. You may see in the next video sort of the wheels in the background and all that stuff, and where I've been filming this video. We've been filming both videos alongside each other, so the bike's going to be on the road within the next week or so, so I'm just trying to get all this stuff knocked out, and I'm just filming everything at once. So yeah, that's this video done, and on with the next one, which will be the first start. So catch you then. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.